special shout out to Austin Torch's Sarah Levin and Kara Funks, featured on tonight's ticket. The Austin Torch would like to thank tonight's game day sponsor, Austin Ultimate. Thanks for their generous support. Tonight's game is free to all youth ages 18 and under. Thank you for joining us here today, and let's ready for some Premier Ultimate League action! Introducing tonight's visiting team.
All right, everybody. Welcome back, Torch and Soul fans, to the live stream. Thanks for tuning in. We're out here tonight at the Texas School for the Deaf. Should be starting up here in just a few minutes, wrapping up the coin flip.
Yeah, they were saving this one.
The Atlanta Souls receiving on this side? Yeah. Okay. Y'all know the cardinal directions for where we're? Oh, that would be north. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right, teams are circled up. We're getting ready to start here. Big welcome to Austin Ultimate, tonight's game day sponsor.
We'd like to thank them for their generous support in making this game free for all.
Tonight's Pride game is free for all youth 18 and under.
Mission is to serve the greater Austin Ultimate community by organizing, promoting, and developing the sport and spirit of Ultimate for all ages and levels of competition. Please visit www.austinultimate.org for more information.
It will just be me tonight, Jet Patterson, aka Jetty Spaghetti. So my word is law on the PUL stream tonight. No Chris to go back and forth with me. Soul will be receiving the disc for this first point of the game tonight. Beautiful night in Austin, Texas. The weather is much more mild than we usually get this time of year. Little bit of a breeze, but nothing crazy.
The opening pool is presented by Discraft, the official disc of the PUL. Today's game, Austin Torch will be pulling to Atlanta Soul in the north end of the stadium. Let's go, Torch!
Tonight's game is brought to you by Scout Real Estate, an Austin-based firm built for smart and sustainable urban growth. Represented by longtime Ultimate player Rob Seidenberg, Scout's unique blend of residential, commercial, and mixed-use expertise delivers creative solutions and winning results. If you're looking to buy or sell a house, condo, or commercial property, get in touch with Rob at Scout, Austin's Ultimate Realtor. Dre Esparza with the disc, gonna pull for Torch to start the game. Missed her at the last home game as she was coaching at college sectionals. Glad to have her back captaining tonight's game. Starting line for defense for Torch, we've got Dre Esparza, Julius Smaltz, Annie Ortiz, Carrie Yountz, Nikki Gilbert, Sierra Rimmer, and Emma Berrigan. Big look for Naomi Anderson, just out of her hands. Torch with the disc back. Smaltz finding Berrigan to get some movement started. Swing back to the middle of the field. Ortiz with a big look to Yountz. Looks like she was out of bounds, and that's a turnover.
Post Torch, out of bounds.
Morgan Lally with the disc.
Looks like there's a call on the field.
Number 1, Quincy Booth with the first score of the night.
Cheering for that Torch!
should be a good match tonight. Torch and Soul 9 and 11 in the rankings for PUL.
Scoreboard's not working today. So we have our boys on it.
10:28 on the clock.
Keeping the communication.
We are out at the Texas School of the Deaf tonight, and the on-field scoreboard isn't working, so keep up with us on the stream here. 1-0, Soul with the first score of the night. Danny Cordes with the pull. Looks like an offsides call.
Which means a player crossed the line.
Megan Mendiata picking up the disc for Torch.
Does it look like it's on? It's definitely on. Okay.
Finds Bjork. Looking big for Sarah Levin for an easy score. 1-1.
It's the free throw score for the Austin Torch that's tied up 1-1.
Already in this first couple of points, it's evident how beautiful the weather is tonight. It's a perfect night for Ultimate that will really make these players show off what they've got. The wind is pretty mild. These throwers have it. Defense will have to really work hard to cause turnovers this game.
It's got a whole menu and everything you got to go through, and that's why an hour before the game. Well, you want to keep score? I can hunt and peck over there for a few minutes.
Yeah, I'll keep score.
Yeah.
I just do
Okay.
the clock. It only stops if there's like a longer thing that
They're gonna signal if there's a contested issue. They're gonna stop the clock. Then.
otherwise I'm good. Yeah. Zoom it on the pull.
Esparza with the pull.
To the bull.
Great pull.
Great. Ultimate Torch getting down there. Nice swing around. Soul.
Like that Julia on Schrader
Nice smooth
matchup.
offense.
Come on, Amy.
Big around throw from Marcicano.
Another sing by Soul.
Just out of reach of Aaron Godding.
Great bid.
Number 12, Annie Ortiz picking up for Torch.
With that scorpion bid.
Oh,
Oh, great D by Soul.
run through D by Morgan Lally to get the disc back right on their end zone line here. Looks like maybe Ortiz did not see her coming in. Oh, and an easy little throw from Aaron Schroeder for the score.
For Soul. Great D. Taking it to 2-1.
2-1.
Another shout out to sponsor today's game. Scout Real Estate is an
Energy seems a little low from both teams as we're finding a groove here. Both teams will need to kick it up a little bit to be anything but just a back and forth game with these mellow conditions today.
expertise delivers creative solutions and winning results. If you're looking to buy or sell a house, condo, or commercial property, get in touch with Rob at Scout, Austin's ultimate realtor.
big flick pull from Seoul. It's floating. Picked up by Bjork, who finds Liu. Oh, a Summer Wilson classic bid for the score. One player who's certainly not afraid to leave her feet. 2-2.
I'm not getting anything on it.
It's gotta be the hat. Give her the big hat.
I don't think I can get it without a demonstration. I mean, I think
That breakfast combo pancake catch.
over time.
Put that hat on her.
Okay. I'll work on that.
Making it entertaining for the crowd. We're here for Summer Wilson.
Tonight's game and this stream, as well as all games of the PUL live streams, are brought to you by Spin Ultimate. Check them out at www.spinultimate.com.
Some did something for us. As we do their sponsorship shout out, Spin Ultimate is the presenting sponsor for our PUL live stream podcast. Check them out at www.spinultimate.com.
Captain Megan Duffy with the pull.
What a nice, beautiful pool. Oh, and it's hot.
Caught by Aaron Schrader.
The flow is
Finds Quincy Booth.
grips it downfield.
A
Oh, yes, right outside the red zone.
big look to Naomi Anderson. Oh, great defense from Maddie Easton. Looks like a foul was called.
Stand by. There's a call on the field. Possible foul. We'll see about that. The call is a foul. So we'll keep the disc right outside the end zone.
Just going back to Naomi Anderson, number 18.
7:43 on the clock.
And that's a score by Aaron Schrader for Seoul. Score is 3-2. A very back and forth game so far tonight. It'll be interesting to see which team cranks up some defensive intensity and gets an opportunity for a break. We haven't really seen anything that close to a break yet. Tonight's game is the last home game for Austin Torch. Crowd energy is good. Austin Ultimate sponsoring tonight's game to get all youth 18 and under in free. Torch having their 500 fan challenge tonight. The stands are definitely filling up. Pole lands just in. Liu picking up and finding Mediata as a center. Seoul playing a little bit of a junky zone on the handlers at that start of that point. Finds Estes with a big look to Levin. Great read from 16 Sarah Levin. Number 69 Jamie Estes, such a dynamic player for Torch. Super fast, always open on the under and the deeps, but also incredibly reliable throws for the continue. Really helps Torch move their offense along. Score is 3-3.
7:12 left on the clock.
That's 7:12 on the clock.
7 minutes left in the first quarter. Tied up. Aaron Schrader swinging over to Mia Greiner. Apologies to Mia Greiner and Naomi Anderson. I was mixing up the 10 and 18 on the jerseys. Now I know who's who.
Did you turn it back on?
Seeing a little different defense from Torch, trying a zone, mixing it up. Great choice. Make this team throw more throws, get an opportunity.
And then after that, we should be able to launch into
Frankie Walker and Radicke in this zone, doing a great job. Good break across from Seoul. They're making it look easy, but they're not gaining a lot of yards. Seeming comfortable swinging it back and forth, but the disc is not moving down the field, which is the point. Julia Smaltz coming in. Great bid from Fiona Cashin. Fiona Cashin, captain of the University of Georgia's team. A lot of University of Georgia's players here to knocked out. Back to Naomi Anderson, to Greiner. Hammer look to number 2, Corey Bradham. Loving to see a little bit of a different defensive look from Torch pulling that zone. With the game going back and forth and back and forth, you know, you got to try some different things. The zone did generate a turn. We got the opportunity, and Seoul got it back. You know, Torch will get their chance to maximize on those chance turnovers as this game goes on. Everybody's favorite mullet, Rachel Yeager, 23, joining this line.
It's 3 Torch, 4 Seoul.
On-field scoreboard is up now. Great job to our troubleshooting team making that happen.
what's our time?
5:38.
All right, so pulling it down.
Duffy picking up the disc and finding Mediata. Big look to Jamie Estes. It's hanging and in caught for the score.
What a rip by Kiki! Yes, queen!
Few minutes in and already an assist and a score for Estes. A difference maker, a game changer every time.
What a rip, Kiki! What a catch, Jamie! We're here for it.
Estes, a captain for a local mixed team, Waterloo, wrapped up with the roster decisions this week. You know, she's having fun, getting ready to roll into club season and managing pro season.
To a sponsor, DC is the official uniform sponsor for the Torch. They offer their sponsorship for this team within 1 minute of the team's official formation. No joke, literally 60 seconds. Visit the VC Ultimate website to get all your official Torch and Premier Ultimate League merchandise. Thank you, VC Ultimate. Our jerseys are too clean.
Here comes from the pull from Mindy Radicke.
Tie game and are underway. Nice slice up the middle by Seoul.
Booth and Greiner having no problem working up this zone. It's just not that windy to make it difficult for throwers like this. Annie Ortiz with a big D. Stedman on the sideline finds Ortiz to center again. Finds Jensen. Oh, picked up the trash, Nikki Gilbert. These cutters working it up the field. Love to see it. Love to see the chemistry. These players have been playing together for a while. Oh, foul. Looks like maybe an injury called. Soul player is down. Stedman, 33, looks okay. Take a second here to see if they're all right.
Despite the collision, let's hope that Soul player's okay.
Shout out to Betty Diamond's grandma, Patty Diamond, keeping the score updated in the chat.
Hey man, it's frisbees. Chomp away.
Souls player walking off the field. Foul was called, so the disc will stay with 33 Stedman. Stedman looking for an option, looking a little jumbled here. Atkins threes for the score. The assist from Nikki Gilbert. Torch taking the lead, 5-4.
Let's go, crowd. Let's go, crowd. Shake something for me. Or headbang for us.
There should be 418 on the
Few minutes left in this first quarter. Looks like Torch kind of piecing together what they're going to need to do to pull ahead in this game.
That birthday D by Ortiz, that smooth offense. Stedman keeping that hand on it through the...
Torch and Soul with very similar game records, but very different point diff. Torch having a few games back-to-back, losing by just a couple. So you know these Torch players are hungry for a win. Pull goes up from Rutledge. Lands out of bounds. Number 29, Rutledge. A new player with Torch this season. Looks like that disc went out way upfield. Torch defense will have to grind to get this back here. Number 13, Emma Jones picking up the disc. Pick was called. Disc will go back to Jones.
What's the clock? 328, 327.
Jones finding Vargas. Back to Vargas.
I still have it up here. It's at 314. We're working on it.
Oh, and a drop from Soul, giving Torch a chance. Liu holstering that big throw. Good decision. Looking for Betty Diamond. Grinds it out for the catch. To Berrigan for the score. Betty Diamond, a great pickup for Torch this year. Betty Diamond didn't start the season on the roster, but very quickly proving that she has earned her spot on the field.
There we go. Somebody get the wave started. North End, please. Hey, Austin Torch, you're looking. That takes us over 6-4. Torch over
2
Soul.
minutes, 48 seconds over. Two what? 2:48.
Pull goes up from Torch.
What a pull by Torch.
Lots of hang time, giving Torch defense plenty of time to get down there. Great pull. Looking for Booth, can't find her. Corey Bradham with the disc. Schrader finding Bradham. Great strike cut from Schrader. Great inside look. That is filthy to Bradham. Oh, great low out catch. And she's called in. That's a score. For Soul, 6-5. Not a lot to be... 2 minutes left in the first quarter here. Great score from Soul. Not a lot to be mad about with Torch defense there. That's a great inside break throw and a great layout bid to save that score. Both teams cranking it up a little bit, finding some intensity with a few minutes left in this first quarter.
It's at 2 minutes, Big Daddy. Set it for 2 minutes and we're good. So we're good to go, Big Daddy, with your clock?
Give another shout out to a sponsor. The Austin Torch is sponsored by the Crux Climbing Center. The Austin Torch is excited to partner with the Crux Climbing Center for a 4th straight season. And
Torch is sponsored this season by Texas Ultimate Summer Camp and Tusk 365. Tusk provides experienced, responsive, year-round youth ultimate programming for Central Texas and beyond, with decades of service, ultimate education for beginning players through elite. Duffy picking up, finds Mendiata.
let's go. Some smootho from Torch.
Big inside flick from Mendiata to find Easton. Estes with the disc. Finds Duffy. Great body and catch from Sarah Levin.
Catch by Slevin.
And a run through D by Bradham for Soul. That throw looks like Soul was just a little too eager. Great deep cut. I would want to take that shot as well. Just didn't connect, giving Torch another chance. Number 95, Megan Mendiata picking up.
Torch will bring it in. And, Soul comes in.
Big Daddy.
Finds number 9, Wilson.
Kiki with Slab.
Finds Easton, back to Estes.
Keep it going. Jamie Summers.
Wilson running it down, and there we go.
Did you ever doubt it?
And that's 7-5. One thing Torch is doing phenomenally well this game is working it through their cutters in the downfield. All these cutters looking very comfortable with their throws on the continues, not really needing a handle to come back and get it from them, which is what we would expect at this higher level. Torch really showing that they've got it.
Kiki and Slab, we see you too, Starting Now fans. We see you. Summer, do something for us.
Less than a minute left in the first quarter. Torch up by 2. Here comes the pull from Torch.
Let's go, G.
Soul swinging it well. Booth with the disc, pointing where she wants her players to go. Big layout catch from number 6, Willie Wilson. Vargas with the disc. Not much time left. Great catch from Booth.
15 seconds on the clock.
And that's a score.
Sneaky, but successful.
10 seconds left, 7-6.
That's 7-6.
What Torch will want to do here is put on a line of players that can work the disc and keep the disc.
Let's hear it for your
The quarter will end by finishing the possession, so even if the clock runs out, Torch will get a chance.
Remember the rule is, even when the clock runs out, they're allowed to play until possession is needed. So that's past 10 seconds.
Pull is up. Can't tell if that's going to land in or out. Lands. Oh, no. Run through D by Aaron Schrader. Good heads up defense. That's not where Torch wants to be, giving them this last chance so close to their end zone. Schrader with the disc.
Defense! 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 Keep it up!
Oh, Radicki almost getting it back.
Defense! Defense! I can't hear you, fans!
Dobler with the disc. Looks like there was a pick called on the field.
But right when the disc is back in, let's keep that defense chance up. Always works. Defense!
Dobler been playing since 2009, a very experienced player. Finds Danny Cordis. Inside flick, it's floaty. Lands in.
Good. Defense! Defense! I can't hear you, fans!
Torch doing a great job pushing the disc back, taking it out of the red zone. Estes on the mark.
Another call.
Looks like a contact call. We'll reset the stall.
Defense. This is a red zone D. Let's go.
Dana Bedeau.
We want to stop it from tying it up. Defense.
All Torch needs to do here is cause a turn and prevent Soul from scoring. Another pick.
The hammer
A throw goes up, and that is a turn.
comes down with it. Great throw by Soul.
If a pick is called and the offense turns over the disc, the turn holds. A pick is a disadvantage to the defense. It's up to offense to acknowledge the call. And that's the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Thank you, fans, for being so supportive, and Torch looking good as always. I also want to mention this season, number 12. Let's go. That's right. Torch is looking. That's right. I know it's hot, but you're not tired. Your shirts are too clean. Let's go. I also want to mention. I also want to mention this season, number 12, Torch veteran Andy Ortiz is co-hosting a Torch podcast with documentary director, host,
thank you to Crux Climbing Center, another Austin Torch sponsor. Austin Torch is excited to partner with the Crux Climbing Center for a fourth straight season, and thank them for their continued support. Crux Climbing Gym is located on South Congress and Pickle Road, just across South Congress. Stop by and check out Austin's hottest climbing gym.
Code at porchwithtorch@gmail.com.
Both teams finding some momentum here in the end of the second quarter. If I'm either coach, I'm probably talking about some defensive adjustments to cause more turnovers and give more opportunities to score back and forth in the second quarter.
All right, we're getting lined up for the second quarter. Let's go, Torch! Let's go!
Coming in the second quarter, Torch is receiving.
Sponsored by Discraft, the official sponsor of Austin Torch.
Big flick pull from Sol.
Second quarter's underway. Let's go, Torch.
Loving those flick pulls from Danny Cordis.
Ooh, smooth offense, but just out of reach. Sorry, pick up.
Good mix of Georgia and Florida players on this Sol roster. Oh, a little bit of a miscue there.
By Soul. Spitz picking up with the disc.
Sydney Overman finding Liu. Looking for Levin. And that's the third score from Levin tonight.
Can they keep the D in Jim Carney? Let's go, Torch. Love that, so great. Don't have to say it.
I listened to your all three episodes like back to back.
That's so great. I love that.
Torch scoring quickly coming out on this second quarter, 8-6. Dre Esparza looking to pull. These two teams looking pretty evenly matched on the offensive side. Torch kind of showing another level of intensity that they have in their belts. A lot of these Torch players are just really good heads-up defensive players who've been playing together for a long time. Booth with a big over-the-top, kind of getting out of that sideline stuck spot. Aaron Schrader with the disc. Great, exactly what you wanted to accomplish with that zone. Loved 88 Easton in that middle mid spot. A great spot for her as a player, just very quick. They're very fast on their feet and heads up as a player. Finds Esparza. Looks like a stall called or contact. Oh, just over the head of Stedman. Torch staying person. Booth and Griner doing a good job just going back and forth with each other. Great D by Stedman. Still a find. Booth with the disc again. Looking for Schrader. Great D by Stedman. That disc really floated too long for Schrader to have much of a chance for that score. Esparza finds Gilbert to Stedman. Stedman looking for Easton. Oh, and a little bit of a slow down there. There's a call. Big D by 26. Aaron Godding. Timeout call before the D. Good coaching decision. PUL coaches can call a timeout and it stops play. So the timeout was called before that D occurred, before that throw went off. So it's almost as if it didn't count. Another PUL rule, if you're not as familiar with the league, when you do call a timeout, you can swap out the whole line and put a different line on that better fits, you know, maybe the position that you're in. Coach Walker putting on what looks like one of our stronger offensive line, wanting to get this score here, this downwind score, and push it a little bit out of reach. Mendiata picking up. Bjork with the disc. Finds Duffy. Duffy finding 23 Jaeger. Jaeger been around from the very start, one of the owners of Torch. Another big hug from Jamie Estes for Bjork into deep space. A little roll reversal, the big hug from Estes to Bjork. Estes looking hot tonight. This is another example of what we were talking about earlier with the versatility of these players. The big hucks, handlers comfortable ejecting from the handle space to go deep, comfortable catching those bigger throws as well. Looks great. Torch kind of putting together what they needed to do to give themselves more opportunities to score and getting it done. Seoul will need to answer here to keep this game close. Big D from Radicke. Shrew looking for Queena. It's crowded. Great read from Gabby Queena. Gabby Queena, truly that girl. Not intimidated by the pressure on defense, just in her lane with the better read, with the better positioning, better body spot for the catch for the score. Torch pushing this game to a pretty big point margin, 11-6 with 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Soul coaching, trying to hype up the line they're putting out. Really need to put out an O-line that can get a point scored here for Soul and stop Torch's momentum.
Those jerseys too clean? No, they dirty now. Let's go.
Great pull.
Another great pull by George. Get down there. Let's go.
Booth with the disc. Finds Bradham. Finds Schrader. Back to Booth. Back to Schrader. Booth back to Schrader. Booth doing great with those high release over the top of the mark throws. Finds Willie Wilson, a Florida player for Soul, and a big D from Atkins threats. Soul doing a good job making the adjustments though to work the disc down the field. Frustrating to get the turn there, but they're doing what they need to do.
Let's go. Keep it going. Nice. Grab. Toe to the line.
Soul also trying a backhand force, which I think is a good idea. Trying something different, trying to shake up the energy and stop Torch's momentum here with a 5-point lead. Great save from Queena. Another big point of what she wants, but a holster, and we're looking for something more reliable. Elise Frankie. Looks like a pick was called.
Right now they're debating if the throw goes back or stays where it is. Okay. This is about to be it. Got a timeout called. Again, during timeouts, you can have a full hockey subs line switch, so we're gonna get some offense out there.
A timeout called, switching some players around here.
Give another shout out to a sponsor. Torch is sponsored by Texas Ultimate Summer Camp and TUSC 365. TUSC provides experience responsive young round youth ultimate programming for the Central Texas and beyond. With decades of service and ultimate education for beginning players to the elite, TUSC is dedicated to growing all levels of youth ultimate aligned with their quality-driven mission. Registration is open right now for TUSC's premier program. 2 weeks of ultimate training and fun at camp in June. Register at T.
Like to shout out again one of our sponsors, Scout Real Estate.
Follow T.
For all your Austin commercial and residential real estate needs,
ULTI.
give Rob at Scout a call.
Camp's always a blast, everybody, so make sure you put that one up and get out there. And we're back in.
Megan Mendiata with the disc. Finds Estes. Great body position to get that disc. It's a tight one. Finds Bjork. Finding Duffy. A big around to Mendiata. Duffy just an engine. Throw and go and throw and go.
Wow, what a
Finding Mendiata. Finds Estes.
gaming assist.
For DeSmaltz for the score. Smaltz a player we haven't seen a ton from this game. Really a powerful player for Torch.
Got a 12, let's
12-6. Seoul has got to do something here to shake up their momentum and stop Torch from running away with this game. Seoul calls a timeout. Good decision. Really need to regroup here and figure out what's the plan. Seoul still chatting. Looks like they're choosing 7 to come out. Got some comments that I'm a little biased towards the home team, and I am. We'll work on that. 12-6, 5 minutes left in the first half. Schrader working with A7, shredding through this. Schrader and Greiner, really a big presence for Seoul back in this handle space. Oh, looks like a little miscue on that throw. Fiona Cashin looking for Greiner. Wasn't really expecting the throw. Stedman with the disc. Finds Overman. Finding Younes. Back to Overman. Finds Jensen. Finding Rimmer. Torch kind of jamming it up the jam hole here. It works out anyways. Carrie Younes with the score. 13-6.
Network of Texas. Again, this is a raffle. Get your tickets. Prize will be drawn in the fourth quarter. Ooh, look at that jersey. I know I have one. You? Some of Summer Wilson. Remember that's $2 a ticket, 15 tickets for $20. Oh, give her a round of applause. Let's go. $2 a ticket, 15 tickets for $20. The prize will be drawn in the fourth quarter. I better see everyone get a ticket just like you did for this game. We need ya. Torch needs ya.
Chat getting a little spicy. We're excited for both teams out here playing this afternoon.
Nice D by Gabby.
Oh, looks like there was a foul on that throw.
She could have got a little bit of her hand, but still a great hand block. But gotta bring it
It's a good mark if you're getting a hand block, you know where the disc is going. Just give a little more space to Sam Lee.
Ooh, nice swing around. Oh, close one, but good snag by Sol.
To Emma Jones. Finds Emma Jones again with a good little inside backhand. Great find.
Sol working it up.
Lily Ponitz with the
Nice
disc.
swing around. Looks like a pick is
Pick called.
This might be going back.
Doesn't look like it affected that throw. Teresa Dobler with the disc.
Actually, the pick did not affect the throw, so Sol stays with it. There they are.
Oh.
A little trip up.
Stall getting high.
We're just going in the end zone.
Oh. Kind of thought Sam Lee might have had that one.
The Sol count is high. She could have the
Stall
ball, but now
was getting high there. Didn't really have a lot of options. Needed to give a chance for a score. Annie Ortiz picking up. Happy birthday, Annie.
Pressure, we're all counting on you, love you. Wow, what a little snag by Betty. Let's go, D. Let's get a defense chant. D.
Good defense from Dobler, causing that turn.
Defense.
Mindy Radicke on the mark.
Let's go, fans. Defense.
Sam Lee coming back to get the disc.
Defense. Defense.
Finding Vargas. Back to Jones.
Can't hear you, fans. Defense.
Finding Lee. Great flow from these three.
Defense.
Good inside find, but that's going to be out of bounds. Oh,
Out of bounds. What a defense.
yeah, that was out. But great attempt on the toe from Sam Lee.
I think we can chant louder next time, but it still worked.
Trulu with the disc. Finding Rutledge.
Let's go towards bringing it up.
Finds Betty Diamond. Dish right back. Easton for the easy under.
Yeah, Maddie.
Looking for Rutledge, who's by herself, going deep.
Yeah, Maddie.
Finds Annie.
Annie Ortiz with
To Rutledge. 14-6. Less than a minute left in the second quarter here.
That was Megan Rutledge's first score, home score point. Rutledge is working it today. We're loving it. I see you, Megan Rutledge.
Rutledge, another big pickup for Torch this season.
Also, I just wanted to know if I think Emery's in the crowd right now. Emery, your time last night. Go Stars! Go Stars! You know what to do.
51 seconds left in the first half. Sol's going to probably likely have one more chance here to score.
When the clock stops, that is the end. So it is a buzzer beater. No, it is not. They continue till the possession ends. That's only the fourth quarter. My apologies. That's why I announce it. I don't play it. Thank you for everyone who's waving me, but the rules are actually different. I appreciate that because I want the fans to know the truth. Yeah, you. Yes, you definitely. Thank you.
Booth picking up for Sol. Finds Vargas. Back to Booth.
All right, so
That over the top to Bradham. Love that over the top throw from Booth.
over lefty, over the top, just killing us, but that's Quincy Booth.
Finds Bradham again.
Makes it look so smooth. Soul working their way up. Let's see if Torch can get this D.
Fine. Oh, and Booth for the score.
Way to run that climb, number 1.
12 seconds to go.
Let's see Booth.
One more chance for a point.
For the point. Great climb by Soul. We see you, number 1, with the eye releases.
Booth and Bradham really got that point taken care of. And definitely, in terms of spirits, you want to get another score in before the half ends, with Torch having a little bit of a run. Good for Soul to put a little bit of a halt to that momentum. (14-7) with 12 seconds left in the first half.
Again, when the clock runs out, they still play that possession. Solid flip pull by Soul. Don't see it very often. Let's go, Torch.
Oh, almost a big D from Soul. 0 seconds left. All Soul needs to do here is cause a turn. Soul will not get a chance to score, but they do need to stop. Oh, it looks like 22 got to that first, so that'll be it. Big D from Danny Cordes to end the first half. All right. Thank you, Torch and Soul fans. We'll be back for the second half.
What are they, spaceships from Mars? No, they're frisbees. Watch it soar. It flies way around like a bird. You can even run for a pass. You can play all kinds of games. Isn't it amazing? Frisbee Flying Saucer. Yours at toy, drug, and department stores. What are they, spaceships from Mars? No, they're frisbees. Watch it soar. It flies way around like a bird. You can even run for a pass. You can play all kinds of games. Isn't it amazing? Frisbee Flying Saucer. Yours at toy, drug, and department stores.
All right, and we are back with Soul on offense. Torch trying a little zone. It looks like there is a call. Some confusion about what the call is. Just coming back in. Throws a little short. Looks like the wind is maybe picking up a little bit. Shrew looking for Bear again. Defense right past her, knocked out of her hands. Great D. Number 22, Danny Cordes. Looks like there's maybe a foul.
Just saw those two names, now they're midfield talking it out. Let's get ready to rumble!
Finding Dana Bedeau. Oh, and knocked down by Radicki.
Great D!
CC Jensen with the score right on the sideline. Liu knocking on heaven's door to Bear again for the score. 15-7.
Little slice and dice in the end zone. Round one didn't work, but round two sure did. Let's go, Austin Torch. At 9 minutes, I would like to see the wave happen in the stands, which means you get on your feet and you look like a wave. At 9 minutes, we're going to start on the south end of the stands. Don't act like you don't know what it is, and you're going to have a great time doing it. You get on your feet, all right? 9 minutes. I'll make sure to cue you in, Southside. I said, George, we are looking. All right. That last play was a great battle of soul. George pulled it out. Let's go. 15-7. Third quarter. Hey, Jamie. I see you. You're waving. Hi. Hi, love your hair. Looking great. 8% of Frisbees is looking good. I think everyone knows that. 80% of Frisbees looking good, everybody. You don't know now, you do.
Big pull.
What a pull by Torch.
Griner picking up. Finding Tuna. Finding Wilson. Back to Booth. Finds Bradham. Soul doing a good job working it slowly up the field, getting everybody involved. Finds Wilson. And Griner. Oh, a little bobble from Griner. Annie Ortiz picking up. Olympia Walker going deep. That's got the legs. A little bit of a holster finding Rutledge. Finding Walker. Finds Sierra Rimmer. Oh, and turn looking for Smaltz. The throw's not quite there. Finds Booth. A big throw. Got time, but nah, a little out of hands of Wilson. Doesn't look like Wilson was quite at full speed when that was taken off. Stedman hustling down to get the disc for Torch. Finds Walker. Finds Ortiz. Yountz is going. Ortiz finds Yountz. Finds Sierra Rimmer. Pick is called.
Who's going to put the O in Torch?
A little out of reach for Stedman.
Oh no, turn. Now who's going to put the D in defense?
Good position for Soul here. Finding Naomi Anderson. So Bradham for the score, 15-8. Soul had a chat over halftime. Made some plans, made some adjustments. What's important for Torch to do here is not slow down the intensity. A big lead is the worst time to let your foot off the gas. Soul has shown that they have the throws, they have the personnel to score the points. So Torch will need to keep their foot on the gas.
Bring it back. I want everyone on their feet. Let's go. If you're not doing the wave, Torch won't score. And we're bringing it back, Southside. 3, 2, 1, let's go. And one more time back. Everybody on your feet. Northside, let's go. That's what I like to see. Thank you, fans.
These poles from Cordis are looking so good. Caught by Duffy. Finding Mediata. Oh, good position from Wilson. Cordis almost got that D. Estes with the catch. Finds Duffy. Finds Mendiata. Looking for Wilson. Looks like Wilson was kind of considering coming under and really wasn't at her top speed on that deep cut. The wind is picking up a little bit, so throws going to the south are going to get carried a little farther by this wind.
All right, let's get that defense on, Torch.
Just past Cordis there. Picked up by Estes, finding Mendiata. Striking hard across. Good awareness from Estes to get out of Levin's way, but keep going for the score. Folks, she just makes it look too easy.
And the hit coming in. Be careful, ladies. Yeah, spin around. Put her down gently. Oh, there she goes. Let's flip the music. Let's go. I also want to give a shout out to DJ Jeff on my right. Our scoreboard, Salmer Daniel. Cameraman Owen with the beautiful rainbow paint. And Jet on the live stream commentating. She's better than me, folks. And I love
Big snag from Schrader.
great swinging by 52 as well on Soul.
Schrader with the disc. A little stuck on the sideline. Great over the top. Finding Tuna. Back to Schrader. Soul doing a good job here there with the adjustment of just taking it easy until there is something easy to hit on the cuts. Griner with the disc. Little juke step from Schrader. Great inside flick to Griner. Yeah. 16-9. Soul's finding their juice. Torch is going to need to pick it up to keep this lead. 5 minutes left in the third quarter.
That band is wild, y'all. Again, this season, number 12, Torch veteran Amy Ortiz is co-hosting a Torch podcast with the documentary director, Ho Kettner. If you haven't seen the documentary, you need to. It's going to be on YouTube. It's on Torch. Again, episodes 1, 2, and 3 are available streaming on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. If you're interested, which you should be, go ahead and sponsor email Annie and Ho at torchwithtorch@gmail.com. And get those raffle tickets if you're having, as the quarter is almost done and the prize is beginning out on the fourth quarter. This karaoke is sponsored by She Gone.
Pole kind of landed on the line here. Mendiata is going to pick up, take it to the middle.
Slide and let go and it's dead. So I was playing stuff and I was playing it in the booth and my friend was singing the Katy Perry and I just snuck in there and everybody turned around and looked at her and then he's like, wait, she's all kind of
Mendiata loving that throw and go. Finding Easton. Who finds Queena. Great drop to her knees to catch from Queena. From Esparza.
Great way to be there. Swinging around.
Oh, just a little too far for Mendiata. disconnect between Esparza and Mendiata tonight. Hopefully having this home game will get them ready for their time on the road. Good seal from Easton.
Zigzagging up the field.
Finds Sam Lee. And right back for some yardage gain, Danny Ortiz. Not to be confused with Annie Ortiz. Someone find out if it's also Danny Ortiz's birthday. Big D from Sydney Overman.
What a D by Squid. She goes.
Finds Frankie. Big under from Easton. Oh, a little bobble and drop.
Let's get it back, George.
Lee and Ortiz looking great working together here. Aaron Godin with the disc, stall getting high. Finds Sam Lee.
Can we get a defense, champ?
And that's a score. 25, Aaron Godin. If I'm Coach Walker, I'm telling my players for Torch that the intensity's got to pick up. It's 4 in a row for Seoul.
Someone with the elbow slam celebration. Let's get ready to rumble.
2.5 minutes left
How are we gonna respond?
in the third quarter. Torch needs to respond here, get a score, maybe 2, wrap up this third quarter.
Tired fans, are they? Can we get a Torch? They are looking. Keep that battle up. We're hustling with you. Yeah, Junior. Hit it. Hit it. Hit it. Yep. 8% of frisbees looking good, y'all. Hey, we better Jaeger this bomb with those white tights. Get them dirty. We gonna Jaeger this bomb.
Great pull, floating. Liu catch to Bjork. To Ortiz. To Bjork.
Nice clean Torch out.
The Ortiz, Bjork, Liu handler set. One of my faves. Finds Levin. Finds Estes. Another big hug to Wilson for the score.
What can they do?
Listen, someone has to put a stop to number 69, Jamie Estes.
Can we get a high, yeah? We can do better than that. I said, can we get a high, yeah? That's what's up. Let's go, let's go.
17-10,
Summers.
2 minutes left.
It's gotta be. And Jamie Estes is the pigtails. Let's go. All right, Torch. Let's keep that ride going. 17-10. 2 minutes left in the quarter. Again, get. Again, in the fourth quarter, we're giving out prizes for the raffle, so please go get those tickets. $2 a ticket, 15 tickets for $20. One of the prizes is from your one and only Summer Wilson, who's just been in the end zone all day. Jamie with the
Pull coming from Julia Smaltz. That looks great.
What a pull by Schmaltz.
Fighting Jones to get it off the sideline there. Danny Ortiz all by herself. Vargas with the disc.
Nice throw up the line by Soul. What a snag.
Great snag from Jones.
Good snag. Dishes it out up line.
Right
Another good snag.
back.
Oh, it's the clean.
Oh.
What a snag by Soul.
Number
Gotta hand it to him, folks. That was an entertaining point.
Dana Badeau putting on the wheels, making it work, getting it done.
Great point by Atlanta Soul. Snags on snags.
1 minute left, one more chance for Torch to put another score on the board.
Soul. Great snags by Atlanta. We're here for it as well. Keep that battle going. These two teams are keeping us entertained, and we're loving it.
A big thank you to VC Ultimate, the uniform sponsor for Torch. Check out the VC Ultimate website to get your official Torch and any other Premier Ultimate League team uniforms. Austin Soul's uniforms, a little controversial. Some people love them, some people hate them. Drop it in the comments if you have an Atlanta Soul fan jersey.
Hey, Jet.
Yeah.
It's still when the time was out, they still play. So very important quarter.
the last quarter, yeah. Easton and Liu working it back and forth. Bjork with it now against this zone. Soul trying this zone. Torch has the throwers, so this is tricky here. 35 seconds to go. Torch wants to keep the disc. Some contact there. Looks like a foul was called by the defense against Easton. I don't know if either observer, any of the three observers, were in a good place to see that contact.
Looks like the players are talking now. This is in. Ooh, close D by Soul.
Bjork by herself back there needs some help. Good over the top to Mendiata.
Let's go.
Bjork's a player who has it. Oh, good D from Greiner. 1 second left, and that is it. Soul will get one chance here. Torch really wanted to keep the disc for one more second there and not give Soul an opportunity. That's not what happened. Anderson with the disc. Wilson. Oh, no, excuse me, Bradham. A little too far. It's a good look. And that's the end of the third quarter. 12 minutes to go in Torch's last home game of the season.
Again, shout out to both teams, giving us quite the entertaining game. Tonight's game day sponsor is Austin Ultimate. We like to thank them for their generous support on making this game free for all youth 18 and under. Austin Ultimate's mission is to serve the greater Austin Ultimate community by organizing, promoting, and developing the sport and spirit of Ultimate for all ages and levels of competition. Please visit www.austinultimate.org for more. Don't forget that Texas Ultimate Summer Camp TUSC. It provides experience for
One more thank you as we wrap up this evening to Austin Ultimate, tonight's game day sponsor. We'd like to thank them for their generous support in making this game free for all area youth 18 and under. Austin Ultimate's mission is to serve the greater Austin Ultimate community by organizing, promoting, and developing the sport and spirit of Ultimate for all ages and levels of competition. Visit www.austinultimate.org for more information.
For making it all happen. And of course, her power couple, voting song. Let's go, that fan! Scream it again, I see you in the red hoodie. Wow, yeah! We all need to be that lit like burnt. Alright, fourth quarter is underway.
All right.
Thank you again to the Texas
Torch receiving to start the fourth quarter.
magnificent, entertaining game.
Loving these flick pulls from 22.
The hang time. What a fool I sold.
Duffy picking up. Ooh, almost the run through.
Nice zip.
Great under from Wilson. Finding Mendiata.
Kiki, we do love you.
Finds Duffy. Bjork by herself. Oh, a little too late seeing her. Levin with the disc. Oh, big layout for Mendiata.
Slap to Kiki with the layout pancake catch.
Oh, just not really the right spot. Knocked down by Soul.
Do you love me?
Soul's number 3, Dana Bedeau with the D. Big D from Sydney Overman.
We don't swim, but that's her specialty.
Oh, with the bookends. Sydney Overman, just a defensive specialist. If I had to pick somebody to make sure the D gets, the disc gets back, I'm putting Sydney Overman on the line. 18-11. About 10 minutes left in the the last quarter of the game.
Wow, what an entertaining point. Again, Sway with the run through D, just doing her thing, and Kiki with the slice and dice inside. Kiki, I hope you love me.
Still a pretty big margin on the score, but Seoul coming out of in the second half showing that they can make the adjustments and make it happen.
It's gotta be the visor for me, folks. Number 9 on the field, number 1 in your heart, Summer Wilson.
Big pull from Esparza.
Prize from Summer Wilson, given out from the raffle this quarter. We love you. Your jersey's definitely not simply this dirty. I love it.
Threets, Gilbert, and Walker in the cup here. Kind of forcing to the sideline, taking away the upfield options.
The raffle with 5 minutes left in the game.
Soul not having too much trouble with it here.
15 tickets for $20. It's going to start 5 minutes at the end of the quarter, so last call.
Booth with the disc. Torch changing to person D. Oh, and a miscue to Anderson. Esparza Motioning to simmer down, keep it cool.
I'll bring the box up to you.
Threats with the discs. Finds Rutledge. Finds Rimmer. Back to Esparza, great gap. Walker by herself. Let's go. Olympia Walker, another pickup for Torch this year. Really seasoned soccer player, relatively new to Ultimate Frisbee, and such an athlete. Lots of chemistry on Torch's team. Lots of players coming out of the Melee program from UT Austin. 19-11. About 9 minutes left in the last quarter.
Just look at that Austin Torch. Give the people what they want. We love you. Oh, I caught that case. Maybe that feels good. Again, thank you to both teams. It's been such a competitive, entertaining game. And we want to give a big Texas welcome to Atlanta Soul. Loving what you're doing. Loving the jerseys too. We're happy you're here. Nice. Cool. Cool, sponsored by Garden Springs.
Soul with the disc. Fighting into the wind a little bit. Vargas with the disc. Finding Lee. Soul looking very comfortable, working it nice and slow. Jones with the disc. Back to Jones. To Lee. Slow and steady winning the race here. Oh. Little bumble. Keeps it. Not quite. Danny Ortiz.
Nice move, Minnie CC. Who can do something for me? Oh, Minnie back with it.
Mindy with the disc. Finding Julia for the score. 2011.
Let's go. Julia, let's get that celebration ticket for us. Thank you again for BC, the official uniform sponsor for the Torch. They offer their sponsorship of the team within 1 minute. That's right, 60 seconds after the team official confirmation. Visit BC Ultimate website to get all your official Torch and Premier Ultimate League merchandise. And let's not forget Brooks Climbing Center and Scout Real Estate. We appreciate your sponsorship. Let's go. What a pull by Trey. Rolling.
Pull rolling back a little bit. Soul starting in a good spot. Trying this zone again.
Looks like Torch is doing another zone D. Those high releases though, like Quincy Booth, are solid.
Great over the top find to Anderson. To Greiner. One throw away from a score here. Anderson with the disc. Oh, little impatient. Esparza with a strike cut. A little stuck on the sideline. Finds Lou. Finds Frankie.
Good toe in. Nice and smooth ultimate for Torch. Ooh, finds Berrigan. DJ Mercy. Looks like there's a call on the play. Possible foul or pick.
Finds Easton. Looking for Frankie. Finds Lou. Looking for Olympia. 2 in a row. And you know Olympia's feeling good. 21-11. The score now 10 points difference. As a team, Seoul, you're kind of looking inward, playing this game for you, for your benefit. What can you do to get a few more points on the board?
I want to thank our Austin Torch fans for giving us awesome
6 minutes to go.
We're here for you, Torch, and you are giving us what the people want. Torch, we are looking. Nice pickup, swing around. Maple will be down with you. It's the visor for me, Maple. Loving it. Dr. Atkins threats.
So working it. Getting pushed back a little, but keeping the disc. Against these zones, the most important thing is keeping the disc moving. You don't want to get stuck anywhere with the high stall. Kind of want to look to swing now. Yeah. When you're letting your stall get high, it's hard at that point. It's a little too late. The defense is moving. Nikki Gilbert with the disc. To Betty Diamond for her second score tonight.
Wow, what a score by Betty. What a D by the Torch.
22-11. About 5 minutes to go.
Love you, Austin fans. No, go back. Tina, go that way. Let's go, fans. Clap it up. I see you in the red hoodie. I see you.
Wind picking up as the sun is going down. About 5 minutes left to go.
Hey, what up? How are you? Hey. Is it been a lot too much? Loving it?
No, it's good. I'm like, where is she?
Oh, I'm up in here. Who did you come with? I saw Amanda.
I gotta go. For my last
Oh, you have to leave? This time I got to see you. I'm glad because the documentary, I swear I saw you, but I was like, saw you. Wait, you live in Austin or just yeah, it's been fun announcing.
Big pull from Torch. Looks like that might land out. And it does. That wind is picking up just a hair, affecting those pulls, affecting those bigger throws.
Wait, you do live here, right? Yeah. Hey, love you. Okay, cool. Love you so much. We're gonna go to camp. Okay, good. You don't gotta ride stuff?
Griner with the disc for Soul. Finding Schrader. Back to Gradham.
I can't text, I'll tell you about it.
Radham.
All right, love it when you're done.
Alright, love y'all.
Carrie Yuntz aggressive on the mark.
Soul keeps getting head on his shoulders.
Jaeger doing a great job sealing, preventing that second throw. Big over the top hammer. Finds Wilson.
Ooh, nice find at the heel.
Back to Tuna. Bradham.
Soul uses a good clean offense, head towards the red zone.
Fiona Cashin with the disc. Stall getting high.
Ooh, what a
Oh,
just out of
looks like the wind took that a little bit too far for Wilson. Excuse me, Bradham. The white cleats, blonde ponytail, blonde headband combo. Really getting me with Bradham and Wilson.
he jogging it up nice and clean, gracefully to the line. Minnie pointing out what she wants. Let's get it.
Oh, big save from Carrie Yuntz.
Sierra, nice little zinger out of the end zone.
Rimmer with the disc.
Nice.
Almost deal dish, excuse me, D there.
They're working the distance point.
Looking for Carrie Yuntz. Someone better go down there to meet Carrie Yuntz.
That Reimer to carry. What a combo.
MC Robbins by herself needs to look.
Is that an OI hook?
Great snag from Sierra Jensen.
Carry to CC. Gotta love it. Let's go, Austin George. That was Sierra Reimer. Better know her with a hop to carry. With a carry the outside in.
A little less than 2 minutes to go. 23-11.
The field, track field.
One zero four two two zero.
104-2-2-0. Thank you for that echo. Yeah, echo that again.
One zero four.
104-0-2-8.
Vargas looking a little stuck. Gets it to 5. Finds Sam Lee. Finds Vargas
104-1-2-3.
to Lily Pontus.
That's the Summer Wilson sweatband, yo-yo. And missing
That over the top throw, getting them away from the zone. Emma Jones finding Lee, finding Ortiz. That is a miscue. Doesn't look like number 13, Emma Jones, was expecting that throw. Or didn't think it was to her. Oh. Too far for Betty Diamond.
104-0-5-8. 104-0-5-8 to get that second disc. Nice, we have a winner.
Walker picks it up, looking for Betty. And she finds her third score of the game for Diamond.
Oh, my Betty. We got a Rachel Yeager jersey.
Score is 24-11,
Yeager, let's hear it.
a minute 40 to go.
104-0-9-0. 104-0-9-0. Better claim that Yeager jersey. Did I say it right? 104-2-2-6.
About a minute and a half to go
That was amazing.
in Austin Torch's last home game.
Kepner with the camera. What the documentary? Yeah, do that. I'm loving that red hoodie fan. Let's go. I don't know who's gonna lose their voice first. Yeah, Frank.
Pull goes up.
See you. Where your shades at, girl? Ooh, that's swag.
Picked up by Griner.
Atlanta Soul picks up.
Rutledge stopping that first throw.
On that pool, giving a good.
Booth with the disc.
Are those all visors?
Reach with the run through.
Snag! What a run through visor snag!
One thing Atkins Threats is not here to do is play around. Griner gets it right back.
That's okay. Let's get it back.
Booth with the disc. Over the top.
That's another deal I made.
Finding Cashin.
Miami Soul slicing around, dishing around.
Finds Booth.
Again, folks, this is the last quarter, so this is actually going to be buzzer beater. When the game clock stops,
Finds Cashin.
it will be over. But let's get that defense going. Red zone defense, Amira Mulligan. We're down.
Oh.
Mulligan! Those DJ fingertips hitting the tables, hitting the hand block.
Just a
Let's go.
drop looked like there from Booth. Torch with a chance of 30 seconds to go. 20 seconds. A turn. Soul will get one more chance here, and they need to move. They do not get to finish their possession. When the clock is off, that is it.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
D by Stedman to finish the game. And that is it. Final score 24-11. Great way to end the last home game of the season for Austin Torch. Thanks so much for tuning in. Keep up with Torch on the road while they finish out their season. We'll see you next time.